Hello, Professor and class. This is Allie Markham, and I am going to share with you some information about listening and speaking that I find extremely important for many people, all people, to understand. I had experienced extreme grief, and that's the subject I will be talking to you about. I had experienced my son passing away in February of this past year, my husband passing away 3 years ago, and my brother passing away 3 years ago in the same week. And all of loss as a whole is a shock to anybody's system, physically and emotionally, and pretty much spiritually as well. There are so many steps to grieving, and I only know 4 of them right now. I will share them all with you so you can learn how to listen and speak to a person who you know is grieving, because I know everybody does. There are like I said, I know there are 4 steps to grieving. There is the loss, and there is a loss of emotion that the grieving person might go through. It's not that they're heartless. The shock of losing their loved one has not hit them yet. And they just are looking for, eventually, they will be seeking friends to listen. And it's almost like they're speaking aloud to themselves so they may process what's happening. They're not looking for any advice. They're just looking for a friend to lend an ear and listen to what they're going through. They might have a loss about what exactly to do, because another step that they are going to go through is questioning. They're going to question their friends. They're going to want to know why they're alive. And trust me, they are extremely tired of listening to the excuse, you are surviving for a reason. No, we want to know what that reason is. So think of something creative that applies to the person, because you know the personalities of the person you're speaking to. And yes, now is the time to possibly give ideas, and the grieving person might go to friends in other cultures and find answers as to why they're alive, why they are surviving, what they're supposed to carry on. This person eventually will take the next step and learn to take their grief to a positive level, not wanting to whine and cry and be sad and depressing all the time. They want to learn to process positively. And one of the ways they positively process this is, for example, I heard from UB40, the old Elvis song, Can't Help Falling in Love. That was mine and my husband's big song. At first I was whining and crying and depressed about it. Then I realized, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to make this happy. So now I start singing to it. I remember all the loving things that we have done. And I don't shy away from muscle cars anymore. I go to car shows. I celebrate his life and let him live his dreams that he always wanted to, like fishing and hunting and racing, through me. And I take it to the positive aspect. I will also seek out people and friends in other cultures who might share other ideas that I never thought of to do this. Finally, a person might be able, or look at being able to share these ideas from other friends that have given them creative solutions. Oh, Allie, you love doing this. You and Christian love doing this. And they may be able to finally act on those ideas that were finally given to them by friends. They want the advice. They want someone to speak lovingly and knowingly to them. Could be advised, like I was, to learn to live happy alone and go to events alone. But there are some events that are so large, they still want a wingman to go with them. They still need support. And they're finally able to compartmentalize their grief and bring it out only at certain times. Unfortunately, some people think you should be able to compartmentalize at the beginning of the loss process. No, that's not an easy thing to get done. Not yet. Now, at this time, when they're starting to live and be happy, and they could even talk to their loved ones in the sky and look up and say, oh, Christian, you don't need to do that right now. We're going to the car show. We're going to go see Dodges. They can spend much time, and it's essential to spend much time doing and using your spirituality or your faith, we'll just say faith, sitting in churches, speaking to your deities, sitting out in nature, however you want to do it. Call to the universe, call to the deity, whether it's God, Allah, whatever you want. They will listen and answer you. I know this as a personal fact. And I advise everybody to use these points to not just listen compassionately, but be able to speak compassionately and know the steps that I have found to be involved. And this is a very, very crucial language.